Hey guys, be here with our next Teen LibCrates talk. Today I'm coming to you live from my new office in the library. If you haven't heard, I have moved up to the map room, which is on level 5 right by the computers, and I'm really excited about the move and would love to have you come visit and say hi. So anytime that you're in the library, feel free to stop in. Today for LibCrates Talk, we are continuing the discussion of A Thousand Beginnings and Endings, edited by Ellen O. and Elsie Chapman. Today, I only got to read a couple of stories for our talk today, and so let's talk about them. The first one that I read is called The Smile by Aisha Saeed, and this is a South Asian story about a dancer who is caught smiling at this prince, and it's revealed that they are seeing each other. This happens because while she's dancing, the prince has a guest there, and she's dancing, and at one point she smiles at the prince, and the guest sees that and says, "Oh, there's something going on here, what's going on here?" And so the prince, in an attempt to try to protect the relationship, it seems kind of counterintuitive, he orders her to be put in jail. And so the guard takes her, and then later on the prince comes back and says, "The guard shouldn't have done this. He should have known better. I didn't want this for you." But it's at that point that the dancer realizes that, the prince picked her out of, you know, he saw her one day and decided that he wanted her to be his, essentially. And so she realizes that she really doesn't have any choice in this matter, and it makes her really bummed, because it's a bummer situation, right? And so what she decides to do is, with the help of her friend, escape through some tunnels out of the jail cell, and lives happily ever after. And then the second story that I read is called Girls Who Twirl and Other Dangers by Preeti Chibber. And this story I thought was really interesting because it's based on a festival or a holiday called Navratri, where I'm not going to be able to pronounce the names properly, but it's based on the story of a being that is half buffalo and half man that stays in this state of meditation for a really long time in order to get like a wish granted by the gods. And he wishes to be immortal, but instead of being immortal, he is granted the inability to be killed by gods or by men. And the caveat there was that a woman could defeat him. And so the celebration is of this woman defeating this guy, or this buffalo man. So it seems like a really interesting holiday that I personally would like to learn more about. But the story that we read about is these three friends who go to a celebration for Navratri, and they are dancing, and there's a man there, a boy, a teenager, who is really cute, but he's also kind of a jerk because he's kind of rude. He gets caught in one of the girls, like they get stuck together somehow, and he blames it on her, which rude. And then something else happened where he accidentally hit someone else in the face, but then blamed them for it. So he's just not a really cool dude. So these three girls make a plan to make him look like a fool, and they end up tripping him and causing this big mess, and he gets in trouble, but then they feel bad for it and go back and say that it was just an accident so he doesn't get in trouble, in real trouble. So then everything is resolved after that. So yeah, these two stories that I read for this week, I really liked. I'm looking forward to reading more of the stories for next week. Next week is going to be our last live for LibCrates, and in June and July, we're going to take a break in May, and in June and July, instead of having these lives on Wednesday, we are going to have a Zoom call at the end of the month to talk about the LibCrate title for the month. So in June, we're going to be talking about The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. You might have heard about this one. It is coming out as a movie really soon, if it hasn't already been released. And in July, we're going to be talking about Blanca and Roja by Anna Marie McLemore. And yeah, I'm really excited to read these with you all and discuss them on Zoom. And I hope that you'll join me. And yeah, that's all I have for today. So until next time, you guys be safe, be kind, wash your hands, and we'll see you at the next Team LibCrates talk.